Behind me, I got about 140 football shirts and only 7 of them have long sleeves. What happened to long sleeve football shirts? That's a question I asked myself when I found out that I only got a few shirts with long sleeves. And some of you might even prefer long sleeve football shirts, especially when it gets colder. I mean, nothing is better than wearing a long sleeve football shirt when playing football on a cold day. And I gotta say, as a football shirt collector, I can really appreciate them because they have something extra. You know, I'm gonna stop talking, let's get on to business. To get a better understanding of this topic, we first gotta ask the following question. Why are long sleeve football shirts harder to find nowadays? In order to answer this question, I first gotta tell you a bit more about the history of football shirts. Because back in the days, let's say in the 60s and 70s, almost every football player wore a football shirt with long sleeves. So legends like Eusebio, Johan Cruyff, and George Best all wore long sleeve football shirts. And all the players who weren't comfortable wearing long sleeve shirts would just simply roll up the sleeves. As far as I know, this continued all the way up to the year 2010, more or less. Because around that year, the downfall of long sleeve football shirts started. Why did this downfall even happen? The answer is very simple. The players on the pitch started wearing base layer long sleeve shirts. And this may sound very complicated, but hey, don't worry, I'm gonna explain it by using an example. Over here, I got the Tottenham 18-19 third shirt. We even got sun on the back. A very cool shirt. But getting back to the topic, a base layer shirt means that the players got a shirt that perfectly matches the color of this shirt in long sleeves. That basically means that he first puts on the base layer shirt with long sleeves, and on top of that, he puts on this shirt. The point of this technique is that it still gives us the impression that the players are wearing long sleeve shirts because the base layer long sleeve shirts perfectly match the color of the shoulder area. And this technique has become very popular because base layer shirts got a very comfortable fit for the players. And you can kind of guess it, but the downside of this is that long sleeve football shirts have become way less popular. I mean, of course, we still got some players that are famous for wearing football shirts with long sleeves. For example, Sergio Ramos at Real Madrid or Antoine Griezmann. And of course, the man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. So whereas it was kind of uncommon in the 60s and 70s to wear short sleeve football shirts, nowadays it's quite on the contrary. We don't see as many football players wearing long sleeve football shirts as before. The positive thing for us football shirt collectors is that there is a positive trend going on because some of the biggest European clubs are getting back on track when it comes to selling long sleeve football shirts. Teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, AC Milan, and Manchester City are selling long sleeve football shirts in their fan stores. I feel like they were way harder to get a few years ago. Well, for example, you could only buy the home shirt in the long sleeve version and the alternate shirts would just be available in the short sleeve version. On the other hand, big teams like Liverpool, Dortmund, Ajax, and Inter don't sell any long sleeve football shirts at all. I feel like the fan stores of teams are a bit divided on this matter, but the fact that some of the biggest European teams are selling long sleeve football shirts again is a very good start. Another reason why it's harder to get long sleeve football shirts is that in some cases they're only available to the players. So imagine, there are just a few select players that prefer wearing football shirts with long sleeves. And since they're professional football players, they gotta wear the player version. So I imagine that those shirts have to be tailor-made, and that's quite a process. I'm gonna give you an example. Over here I got the FC Barcelona 22-23 away shirt. Absolutely beautiful, even the play version without any player on the back. They didn't sell the long sleeve version of this shirt online, I checked. And the only time I found this shirt in long sleeve version, it was a play version. Like the wash label was heat pressed onto the inside of the shirt. So that actually gives us an idea of how rare these long sleeve football shirts actually can be. Now that we know that long sleeve football shirts are harder to find than short sleeve football shirts, we can talk about their value in collections. Because in general, everything that's harder to find has a higher value. So I would say in most of the cases, if you've got two of the exact same shirts, one short sleeve shirt and one long sleeve shirt, the long sleeve shirt has a higher value. And this is exactly the case if you've got a player on the back who's famous for playing with long sleeves. So here I got the Real Madrid 15-16 home shirt in long sleeve version, and on the back of course I got Ronaldo number 7. I can almost guarantee you that this shirt has a higher value than their shirt with short sleeves. And of course, a part of the value of a football shirt also comes down to the momentum. I mean, Ronaldo won the Champions League in this shirt back in 2016, and he even scored the decisive penalty kick in the shootout. And during that match, he wore long sleeves as well. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I really enjoy making these type of informative videos, so if you got any suggestions, just let me know in the comment section down below. That being said, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.